All right, well, happy afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday afternoon, that is. And it's time for our weekly weather update. Right now, we do have some light shower activity out there as of Wednesday afternoon, but it's nothing like what we had earlier on today where we had the heavy rainfall moving through. Coming up on this week's weather update that we like to do, of course, every Wednesday and Sunday, we're going to talk a little bit about some heavy rainfall that we're expecting here as we head into the end of the week and into the weekend. At least for the early part of the weekend, and then for the latter part of the weekend, we are going to see those rain chances thankfully slim up again a bit. Now, you may be watching this at a later time. Know that a lot of the information is still relevant, but again, we always like to start off with what's happening right now. So right now here across North Georgia, we do have a lot of cloud cover, still a little bit of light shower activity even in some spots. You can see that as we look out towards portions of Truist Park. You see a little bit of raindrops on the lens there as we look out towards Truist Park. Looking out towards Midtown, some very low, ominous clouds. You see all that cloud cover out there. That's going to be sticking around here for a majority of this afternoon. And then you see similar conditions out towards the airport, where it is looking even a little bit damp right now. Maybe a little bit of light shower activity occurring out at the airport for right now. Then Athens, not so much on the rainfall, but it sure does look a little bit gloomy out there as we look out towards the courthouse itself there in Athens. Now, temperatures at the moment, they are sitting right now in the 60s. You're seeing lower 60s there for Atlanta, 60 degrees for Marietta, 58 in Canton. We have 56 in Blairsville, 57 in Clayton, and 59 in Gainesville. The temperatures, they are on the they have been on the rise there over the last couple of days, but now we have temperatures at 63 just 2 days ago, 61 yesterday, and for today, of course, we had the temperatures in the 60s as well. Taking a look at the radar, you see the shower activity that we're currently dealing with. We have light to moderate showers still moving across the region. Again, not as heavy as what we had earlier, though. The heavier shower activity now well off to the east, even off the coast of the Carolinas, continuing to move away from us. Something to continue to keep an eye on, though. Now you see this big spin in the atmosphere. We have this area of low pressure that was the reason why we had the shower activity in the first place. We even had that heavy rain overnight last night into this morning, and some spots even picked up more than 4 inches of rain over the last 24 hours here in North Georgia, mainly from the rain that we had especially early on this morning. Now, as we head throughout tonight, again, it will be drying up a little bit. Moving throughout the day on Thursday, we will have drier conditions, a partly cloudy sky. We're going to have lows that are still going to be fairly warm for this time of year, highs that are also well above average. You're going to see that here in just a moment. We're talking about even in the 70s. And then as we head throughout the weekend, we will start to see those temperatures take a little bit of a hit. Of course, you can get this weather update, this weather information, whenever you're on the go. Download the 11 Alive app right there to your mobile device. You can get live looks at the radar. Right now it's 61 degrees. We do have the shower activity out there. Moving throughout this afternoon, you see shower activity still possible, at least through the early to middle portion of this afternoon. And then for this evening, those rain chances go down, and you see the temperatures getting down to the 50s by the time we head into the early part of this evening. Don't forget, you can download the 11 Alive app right there to your mobile device. You can also download the 11 Alive Plus app on your Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices so you can get long-form updates about weather, news, whatever you think is more important right there at your fingertips. You can also watch the newscast whenever you want. Let's say you wake up at 8:30 and you miss the morning news with meteorologist Chessie McNeil, Cheryl Preheim, and then Aisha Howard. You could go back and watch that newscast whenever it's more convenient for you. Again, that's the 11 Alive Plus app on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. So we talked about the shower activity that's out there right now. Let's talk about how it's going to be moving out. We get to about 8:30, you see showers really move out of here. Temperature's going to be in the 50s, and then we make our way into the 6:30 a.m. time frame on Thursday. Still going to be dealing with temperatures down in the 50s, a little bit of partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky, but that cloud cover will break up for the afternoon, and our temperatures are going to get into the lower 70s for highs with dry conditions for Thursday. Thursday is actually going to shape up to be beautiful, but then we move throughout the day on Friday. First of all, starting off Friday at 6 a.m., maybe a few light showers out there, cloud cover really building in. And then you see by the time we get to 4 p.m., starting to see a few isolated to scattered showers there over into Alabama. That is all going to be moving into our direction, and it's going to give us some heavy rainfall at times. Notice the timeline, top right corner of the screen. we start to see some of those heavier showers move into the Alabama-Georgia border by the time we get to about 6 p.m. Temperatures in the 60s, and then we get to about 9 p.m. seeing scattered to widespread heavy rainfall starting to move into the metro, into West Georgia, Northwest Georgia, and then it really becomes widespread and heavy as we head into the midnight time frame. Look at all those reds, those oranges that you have on the screen, the dark reds. We're talking really heavy rainfall out there. That's going to continue even through about 3 a.m. And then once we get to about the 7 a.m. time frame, some of this heavier rain is going to start to move out with some of the light to moderate showers still sticking around. And I think it's still going to be possible that we could have some rainfall occurring even around the noon time frame. So we have the 60% chance for rain mainly into Friday evening, and then for Saturday a 90% chance for widespread rain. The amount of rainfall that we get from all this is going to be really anywhere from about 2 inches to 4 inches, but you see some local areas could pick up even more than 4 inches of rainfall. Like over towards Carrollton, this one weather model trying to show more than 4.5 inches even for them, more than 3.5 inches for the Atlanta area. We are talking some very heavy rainfalls. Some of the lowest totals will be in far north Georgia, but still a significant amount of rainfall for them as well. Now, this one graph does not include the rain that we had today. We picked up likely more than 2 inches of rainfall here in Atlanta for today, but you can see we are already ahead for the month. We're trending wet for the month, really, after we had that really wet day yesterday, into the overnight hours as well. And we are well ahead for the month. That number is likely going to continue to stay ahead here as we head throughout tomorrow, thanks to all the rain that on Friday and Saturday, thanks to all the rain that we're expecting for Friday and Saturday. And of course, we're trending wetter with the numbers that we don't even have included on that from today. So a lot of rainfall so far for the month of March. And of course, we have a lot more on the way with us, not even halfway through the month yet. And we've already had 3 days now, including today, where we picked up more than an inch of rainfall. So for this year, so far, well ahead of our normal year to date. Now, of course, this number again does not include the rain that we had today. This number was likely going to be a lot higher by the time we head into the end of our Wednesday, when the National Weather Service updates all of our numbers for the day, the official numbers, and then we'll continue to see that kind of likely grow again as we head into Friday and Saturday. So for the drought monitor, we do have abnormally dry conditions in far north Georgia. This has not updated with the latest numbers yet, with the latest rain that we got. I'm willing to bet that we see some improvement in this as we head throughout the day tomorrow. The latest numbers the latest map always updates on Thursdays. It takes into account data from Tuesday morning to Tuesday morning each week, but the map updates on Thursdays. So again, we may have an update tomorrow morning, but it's not going to include the rainfall that we had here from today, especially this morning, and the rain that we had last night. So we'll have to wait another week to see some of that information. Taking a wider look across the United States, I want to show you something a little unique here. We actually only have one area of exceptional drought in the U.S., and it's a very small area in southeast, portions of New Mexico. You know, we've had portions of the United States under large swaths of exceptional drought, and we actually had exceptional drought here in North Georgia here just a few months ago. But you see that exceptional drought has just really shrunk thanks to all the rainfall that we've had for December, January, February. It's not just rain that's benefited us here in North Georgia. It is rain that has benefited the Southeast as a whole, and it has been great for all of us really getting rid of the drought. And again, I think we could even see abnormally dry conditions completely out of North Georgia, even far North Georgia where we still have it, by the time we head into next Thursday. So not this Thursday, but the next Thursday with the next update. I think that we could see some significant improvements here. As far as temperatures are concerned, we have 72 for the high there for Thursday. You see temperatures, they go down a little bit there for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday with some of the rainfall, that system that we have moving through Friday and Saturday. But thankfully, it isn't going to cool us down that much, right? 60 degrees for the high. That may be a little bit below average, but it's still pretty comfortable compared to where we were at just a couple months ago, back in mid-January. Remember how cold it was, or at least not going to be that cold. So let's move through the week. 64 for the high for Today for Thursday, 72, 67 for Friday. Rain chances ramp up late in the day and into the overnight time frame. Much of the earlier part of Friday will actually shape up to be pretty much fine. Maybe a few light showers there, especially far north Georgia for Friday morning, but mainly just cloud cover there. And then we move into Saturday, scattered showers and storms, temperatures in the mid-60s for highs. Don't forget to spring forward before you go to bed. Saturday night to Sunday. We have the Hunger Walk and Run that's going to be going on there at about in the early afternoon hours there on Sunday. Mid-40s there for lows, about 60 degrees for the high. Should be great for the event. We aren't expecting any rain. Just a little bit of cloud cover that's going to be thinning up as we head throughout the day, and you see 60 degrees for the high. Should be pretty comfortable out there for the walk and run for all those runners and walkers, anybody who may be out there getting some exercise in as well. By Monday, 39 for the low, 63 for the high, and then you see 38 for the low there Tuesday, but 68 for the high. So not dropping below freezing all week, and temperatures, they are going to be above average for a majority of this week with the exception of mainly on Sunday there. So or not abnormally wet conditions, but wetter than average conditions, I guess, is what we could say here as we head from day 8 through day 14. We're looking beyond the 7-day forecast. Looking into the end of March, looks like we could have those wetter conditions continue, similar to what we have for this next week. It looks like that could be the trend as we head into the very, very end of March as well, so beyond the 7-day forecast. And then around average temperatures, that would be around the lower to mid-60s for highs this time of year. So nothing too abnormal expected here for the end of the month, other than the fact that we could get even more rainfall here. And then your Peach State outlook across the state of Georgia. You see temperatures going to be in the 70s for highs for Thursday. Friday, cloud cover increases, shower and thunderstorm activity across the state there as we head throughout the day Saturday. And then your weekend getaways for this weekend. Unfortunately, we talked about it on our Sunday weekly weather update that we were going to have some increased rain chances for Friday and Saturday. There you have it. Going to be expecting that, and then drier there for Sunday and Monday with temperatures just a little bit cooler there across the southeast. Taking a look at your Georgia State Park forecast too, just in case you wanted to head out, do a little bit of hiking on Thursday, considering how nice it's going to be outside. Any waterfall hike should be stunning, like Immaquillah Falls, Cloudland Canyon, Tallulah Gorge, thanks to all the rainfall that we've had recently. You'll also notice a lot more vegetation out there, a lot more greenery, a lot of flowers starting to bloom with all the warmer than normal conditions that we've had recently, and all the sunshine and the fresh rain that we've been having, just rounds of rain, really allowing us to get that earlier taste of spring. So get out there, take some photos, and go ahead and send them in to our Weather Wow moment. So I'm going to go ahead and bring back up the 7-day forecast here. Don't forget that you can get your forecast whenever you're on the go with the 11 Alive app. Meteorologist Melissa Nord is on every afternoon starting at 4 o'clock. We then have Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb in every evening. You can catch meteorologist Nicole Hartford on every weekend evening, and then during the week, typically during the 7 o'clock show. But some days you may catch myself, Meteorologist Andrew Wilson, on in the weekend mornings, and then some days, of course, again for that 7 o'clock show on the ATL. And then meteorologist Chesa McNeil. He's on every morning, Monday through Friday. And you can typically catch him certain days of the week during the noon time. I hope everybody can have a wonderful week ahead of them. And of course, we'll keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive.